I had a dream. I got everything I wanted. Not what you think. And if I'm being honest, it might have been a nightmare to anyone who might care. Thought I could fly, so I stepped off the golden. Nobody cried. Nobody even noticed. I saw them standing right there. Kinda thought they might care. I had a dream. I got everything I wanted. But when I wake up I see you with me. And you say, as long as I'm here, no one can hurt you. Don't wanna lie here, but you can learn to. If I could change the way that you see yourself, you wouldn't wonder why they don't deserve you. I tried to scream, but my head was underwater. They called me weak, like I'm not just somebody's daughter. It could have been a nightmare, but it felt like they were right there. And it feels like yesterday was a year ago. But I don't wanna let anybody know, 'cause everybody wants something from me now, and I don't wanna let them down. I had a dream. I got everything I wanted. But when I wake up I see you with me. And you say, as long as I'm here, no one can hurt you. Don't wanna lie here, but you can learn to. If I could change the way that you see yourself, you wouldn't wonder why they don't deserve you. If I knew it all, then would I do it again? Would I do it again? If they knew what they said would go straight to my head, what would they say instead? If I knew it all, then would I do it again? Would I do it again? If they knew what they said would go straight to my head, what would they say instead?
How the fuck we feel when they get one of us, then we're out to kill. I don't care about shit when it goes down like that. The only thing on my mind is the big payback. They get one of us, we get 3 or 4. If that ain't satisfaction, then we're out to get more.
Fuck a drive-by, puto, we'll walk to your door.
Kill you motherfuckers and we'll even the score. We wait for you putos to forget and slip. Then we'll catch you in the streets and unload the fucking clip.
Another puto dead from the other side. Now we wait for the funeral and watch your parents cry. Feeling no remorse for the shit we do. Those putos did it to us, so why not do it to them fools?
The killing doesn't stop, it goes on and on. It says smoking motherfuckers till these putos are gone. And eye for an eye's what the shit's all about. Rolling up on these levels, taking these pendejos out. Doing it for the homies who ain't here today. Because as long as I live, in my heart they gonna stay. All I do now is think about them in my head. And it's a fucked up feeling now, knowing that they're dead. It's payback time and it's a do or die. I'm doing it for my homies, rest in peace above the sky.
At the hood with the homies getting loaded, kicking back, thinking about the motherfucking crazy payback. It's time to get these motherfuckers for the shit they shouldn't have done. Another homicide, another puto gone. Killer be killed, it's the name of this game. Doing it for the hood, the homies, and the gang fame.
This shit won't stop, so fuck keeping the peace.
It doesn't matter. It's kill or be killed. It's the name of the game. Huh? It's do or die. All right? It's do or die, Mo. What you know about that? What you know about that, huh? Who abandoned me? Robbie. No one ever abandoned Robbie. No one ever abandons Robbie. What are you talking about? Robbie's a collector. They're my entourage. Don't worry. They'll come around. You can't play gangster music if you're going to be MAGA. I'm not MAGA. I mean, are you not paying attention? Are you okay with us, being dragged into a war with Iran? I mean, how are you okay with this? I thought he was the no war president, remember? So are you guys ready to admit that Donald Trump is just a puppet, just like the rest of them? I mean, obviously, there's like a group of people who are running the government, and the politicians are like on the lowest level of the, like they're the scumbags. They're the ones that do the dirty work. I mean, they're the Gavin Newsoms, that go out there and fucking, make fucking asses of themselves and fucking, like just eat shit over and over again, and then just keep repeating the same lies over and over again until like they believe them themselves. So, all right. What are we doing today? I don't know what we're doing today. Okay, so here's the thing. I set up this live, and I feel bad because I set it up, and then I totally forgot about it. But we are going back to the hotel. Bob called me, all right, and asked me to come back as a favor. Offered me even more monies. Robbie likes monies. And so I don't mind helping out. Robbie's a good guy. So I'm going to help out. I don't know if I'm going to stay. I kind of just want to make a little more extra monies, even have more monies, but maybe I have sugar. Maybe then I'll have some real sugar baby money. Because Robbie doesn't have sugar baby money right now. If anybody wants to, cash at me some sugar baby money, that would be greatly appreciated, by the way. All right. Since you guys care so much, all right. Since you guys care so much about me being abandoned, all right, that would help. All right. What else? So I guess we're just doing paperwork. There isn't extra monies during this times. Yeah, times are tough, man. I mean, that is true. And like, I'm not trying to say that, oh, Robbie's rich, or, oh, I'm better than, I'm better off than anybody, but I feel like, like I'm not as stressed. I don't work as much as other people, and I'm still, like able to like put money away and buy shit and spend money on stupid shit. So I think I'm good. I don't know. What do I know? We'll see. We'll see. Said the Zen master. Things are good right now, but you never know. So that's why I don't mind helping Bob out, making some extra cash, because you never know. And oh yeah, but that's that's like I've been saying I was gonna get a new fridge for a while now. Like Robbie's. You think I can go get a fucking fridge? You think I don't have fridge money? You think Robbie doesn't have fridge money? I don't want to, I don't want to, spend my monies. I don't want to spend my monies. I want to get, I want to get extra monies. All right, well, you got me there. All right. I don't got fridge buddies. Okay, well, then since you care so much, buy me a fucking fridge then, motherfucker. Shit, someone, send me $1,000 and I'll call Bob right now and be like, sorry, Bob. Oh. You think I don't have fridge monies? Robbie's got fridge monies. Robbie's cheap, that's all. These guys. These the wise guys over here. Anyways, so I guess we're just doing paperwork, listening to music. You guys want to listen to some music? I don't know. What are we doing? Really? Well, what do you mean? You should already be subscribed. Spoonies? What kind of shit? What kind of fucking comment is that? How you been? Being the apartment janitor should have a working fridge. I know, you think I'd be like, drowning in old fridges from like, leftover tenants, right? I got lazy, Spoonie, and I forgot. Ouch. Wow. You abandoned. Okay, you see, now I feel abandoned. Now I'm abandoned. All right, now I've been abandoned. Okay, well, all right. I'll remember that, Spoonie. I'll remember that. Robbie never forgets. Robbie's never forget. How dare you? All right. Well, I'm just doing some paperwork, or some, office work. I don't know what you guys are doing. Spoonie, send me $1,000 and I'll quit. on stream at the hotel. You weren't. You were not there. You're such a liar. No, they're boring. Let me see. What plaque? There was something. There was a topic I wanted to talk about. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. Okay. The plaque from the hotel. You know, they did remove all the plaques, and because they repainted it, you know, like I might be able to get that plaque for you now, Spoonies. You know? Message me. Maybe I can, it'll fall off a truck or something. Okay. There was. Okay, I got it. Some Jimmy Dore. We're gonna watch some Jimmy fucking Dore. That's what we're gonna do. There we go. All right.
Lower than some of us.
But it's timely. It's timely. Edith Scope. Who's Edith Scope? Is that Telly? Are you talking about Telly? I still don't understand why you guys are so mad at Telly. So Telly got drunk on stream and called Boss Money the N-word, and now all of a sudden, oh, he's a monster? Is that really what we're saying? I mean, like, after all we've been through, that's the hill you people are gonna die on? Wow, I'm ashamed. You know? Oh, so now I can't get drunk and call anybody the N-word? What kind of this is fucking America? What kind of shit is that? Huh? Stupid Al. Boss talk, boss money, whatever. So you're saying what? Like Telly's lost his mind? I mean, maybe he's just doing drugs. I mean, I don't know. I think Telly does hard drugs. That's what I think. I think Telly's on some yeah. He's like he's so deep in denial. His nurse girlfriend. I don't know. I'm just gonna speculate. He's on drugs. Telly's on drugs. His wife's on drugs. They're all on drugs. The kids are on drugs. Someone call CBS. Yeah. Well, I tried to help, I tried to get some heat off of him by calling Al the N-word, but it just didn't hit the same, I guess, stupid N-word Al. Oh man. Oh. What are you gonna do? Why is it so funny to me? Oh, I'm gonna get canceled. Oh. Walking a very free speech, though, right? Then they're crying about free speech when you block them, huh? Trolls, hypocrites. You're all hypocrites. All right, so let's see. So I'm emailing. Run these reports real quick. Well, Al is cock blocking me at the moment. I've asked him to hook it up, but or at least show his wife some of my videos so that she can message me on the back end. But yeah, yeah, I know. You and Carl had such high hopes for me.
Matt Mahan is polling lower than some of us, period, Villaraigosa said, adding that the debate organizers then added time into the race, which resulted in Mahan's invitation. The matter is further complicated. Here's what you want to know how it's complicated? It's all corrupt. I have special guests. We got a lot to get to today. Our friend Elaine Colati. She's the real estate mogul, star of Discovery Channel's Undercover Billionaire. She's a tireless advocate for California small farmers and driven by her frustration with the state's leadership.
Never heard of that show, Undercover Billionaire? I've never even heard of that show, but okay.
And policies. She's channeling that activism and energy into an independent run for California right now. Please welcome back to the show, Elaine Colati. Hi, Elaine.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I just wanted to get you on to talk about this because they're trying to organize a debate here by the California governor candidates. Now, so the way it works in California is you don't have a Democratic primary, you don't have a Republican primary. They have one primary, and whoever are the top two winners of that primary then face off against each other in the general election in November. So that means it could be two Democrats, it could be two Republicans, it could be two independent, it could be anything. And so what they're trying to do now is they want USC is now trying to organize a debate, and it's very clear that USC is trying to push certain candidates and bury other ones because they've excluded all these Democrats from the debate. So here's the headline from LA Times: Democrats excluded from U.S.
You want to come up here? You want to come over? You paid me $1, Spoon. I remember getting $1. I haven't even got anything. I've never even gotten $1 from YouTube. So what are you talking about? You need to cash at me. Okay, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? All right, I'm trying to make up for the thing when I forgot. That I am a cheap date. You got me there. Probably can't, There is a lot of evidence and witnesses to this. Okay. Well, I'm doing my work, so I'm kind of trying to kill two birds with one stone. So I just sent two of my emails. Hold on, let me yell at the kiddo. Hold on. You're still not on the Jimmy Dore train, Spoonies? Spoonies, why don't you come up here and why don't you tell us what's going on with Iran and you know what's going on with your husband? Is he going to be shipped over there? I mean, how long is it till we are committing ground troops to this fucking massacre or this fucking Vietnam? So what are we doing, huh? And then like, I don't know. Like I'm pretty red pilled or whatever, black pilled at this point. So, I mean, I was before, you know, like I didn't believe there was. To me, the truckers were the last hope. I mean, I still think that I mean, they are. I mean, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come down to the truckers eventually. Eventually, it's gonna come back to the truckers. Because once they try to replace them, they're going to start shutting down the highways. And I mean, that's what they should be doing now, but we should be doing it like a general strike, you know. But there's no way to do that anymore without any kind of grassroots analog system where people can communicate with each other. Because now, I mean, they're just shadow banning people. Like it's the same thing like with like dating apps. Okay. So like I was talking to this girl and she was telling me how even now on dating apps, like when you're talking to people, it's almost like they don't want you to talk to people. Like they will block your account, they'll like freeze your account, they'll make it hard for you to like actually communicate with someone that you want to talk to. And so like that is probably because they're just trying to like make money. And then like if you do find someone that you like, then they lost a customer, right? I mean, but I think that's the problem in general. I mean, we're just Well, what about Iran? Are you on board with Iran? No, this is a real girl, Spoonies. Oh, Spoonies. You guys. You swear like Robbie invented sex apps. Or sex bots. Robbie can sniff a sex bot a mile away. That's why when Coral and fucking Lotus try to catfish me, I mean, come on, Spoonies. I mean, come on, give me some credit. No. Remember when I received unsolicited pics from somebody? Remember? Now they're all mad, and now they're still to this day they're still holding a grudge about it. It's because Robbie didn't want them because they're expired. Expired. All right, now we're talking. The U.S. should not have initiated. So, in your opinion, Spoonies, in your opinion, Iran was not an imminent threat to the. There's no fucking secret intelligence. Come on, we all have fucking eyes and ears. All right, we know what's going on. Israel said we're gonna go, and if you don't go with us, we're gonna fucking leak the fucking files. So you motherfuckers, better fucking go with us. That's what it is. That's what it is, guys. I mean, I hate to fucking, what else could it be? I mean, what else could it be? Israel said, we're going to go. And if you guys don't go with us, we're going to fucking leak all you we're going to show all you guys fucking donkeys or whatever the fuck weirdo sex shit the politicians are into. Huh? No? Come on. So anyways, all right. So, but I mean, like, look at this. Like, it's like rigged at every fucking level. And it's like, people just don't fucking care.
See, gubernatorial debate urge rivals to boycott in solidarity. Debate hosted by USC Dornside Center for Political.
There's another Jimmy Dore video that is even better. Hold on. This one I saw. I don't remember when I saw it, but I saw it a while ago. Hold on. Was it a while ago? Hold on. Hold on. Okay, here we go.
One tiny flaw ruins most grounding shoes, but grounded footwear fixed it. You see, most grounding shoes use a single copper rivet pushed through the sole to create conductivity, which sounds great in theory.
What? Hey, Mo and Bob Cox, like I'm still waiting for your response to that. I mean, I'm waiting for one of you Trumpers to defend this. I mean, what can you please explain? Like, don't tell me you believe, that Hedgeseth guy. I mean, come on, you're not that stupid, are you? I mean, you're telling me that you think that there is a plan, like there is no plan. What is the plan? It's a secret plan, and whoa, we can't tell everybody, I hate that shit, dude. Like we can't tell people the plan because then they'll know the plan. Like there is no fucking plan, you fucking moron. Oh, okay. So you're not a Trumper? Oh, all right. So then who's a Trumper? Where are you motherfuckers? Bob Cox is a Trumper, right? Who else? So then who the fuck is MAGA? Who are you guys calling MAGA? You guys are fucking retards.
She did not.
Okay, look, this is some like influencer, and like he's like explaining what he thinks about Charlie Kirk's, but I mean, like what he's saying is like, yeah, exactly. What he's saying is pretty accurate, I think.
Married Charlie, she married the trajectory of the presidency and proximity to power, which is what she always wanted.
So, Kurt, you sent me this video. I want to play it. Do you want me to play this?
Yeah.
So what?
I think he put it the best.
So who is this guy?
I don't know, some billionaire's kid. He says up front, I've never heard of him. It just popped up in my feed. But
all right, let's
tell me if he sounds wrong to you.
Let's play this and see how it goes.
So about a year ago, I was brutally canceled off the internet for having a billionaire father as well as political connections. But tonight, I'm going to use that.
So he's a billionaire's kid, and so like, I guess that gives him some credibility to what he's saying. I don't know who he is. Don't do your own homework. But when I saw this video, like what he said pretty much explained to me what's going on, or in that situation at least. And it's like, okay, if there are people out there like this who know what's going on, I mean, it's like an open secret. It's just like they think that we're too stupid to handle the truth. Isn't it? I mean, like, I don't know.
Privilege to expose what really happened with Erica Kirk. Because once you understand how these elite circles actually operate, the entire mystery around her becomes incredibly obvious. So take a seat, grab a bag of popcorn, because I might get deleted for posting this. So,
first of all, his skin looks fantastic.
I mean, what is he doing?
He looks fantastic.
in order to fully understand what happened with this crazy bitch, you need to understand the fundamentals of politics themselves. So politics operate very much like a social club with a social hierarchy. So at the very top, there are the billionaires who write 9-figure checks to the puppet class, also known as politicians, who in return give the
the puppet class. You see, that's a good way to describe them. There's the donor class, and then there's the puppet class. And politicians, they're just puppets. They don't have any real power. They don't even write the bills. They don't even write the fucking bills. And so like you're like you want me to like, pay attention to politics and fucking watch, C-SPAN all day like fucking Lolo and think, you're just like the rest of these fucking, we're spreading awareness of what? That we're fucked. We're fucked, people. Like worry about yourselves, like try to build something, like within, arm's reach. That's my advice. I don't know what you guys are fucking doing. That's what I'm doing.
billionaire class undying loyalty on the issues that matter to them most. Now, the most important thing for you to drill in your
Yeah. Lolo is a a name calling hypocrite. All right, and I would debate Lolo or fucking on her whole fucking ideology. I don't know what the fuck she believes, but it's it's like the thing about when she was like protesting ICE. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you don't even know anybody who's being deported. Like, what are you talking about? You care about shit that doesn't involve that doesn't affect your life because you don't have any skin in the game anymore, man. Like, you're retired, like you're living on the west side, you probably got your little retirement or whatever. So like, are you in the market to buy a house? Are you like out there in the job force? And then how are you gonna like get people that are out like to actually take you seriously when as soon as they fucking like just point one fucking thing out to you, you fucking explode and cry and fucking call people names? Like, it's ridiculous. All right, fine, whatever, spoonies. Jelly. Oh, I'm so jelly. I'm not fucking. This is not true either, all right? Because I have receipts, all right? Oh, because I asked her to go out to eat, because I offered to take her out to eat, so that we could have a conversation and actually, talk like human beings. But again, like, that's not possible. Oh, please. Come on. No one wants Lolo. Come on.
fucking head to really understand this story is that you may look at a President Obama, for example, and think that he is at the top of the social pyramid. That is absolutely not true. When there are
Now, Kurt, you and I are smart enough to know that that is not the case. That the president of the United States is not the boss, that they actually have bosses, and Donald Trump is serving one of his bosses right now by attacking Iran, bombing Yemen, bombing Somalia.
No, right. That's what he said.
That's what that's what Trump said.
No, I mean, this kid's saying what you're saying.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that. So we've known this for a while. We've been saying this for a while at this show.
Right. No, the interesting part is coming up.
Okay.
These private dinner meetings with billionaires and with past presidents or potential future presidents or even a current president, they're at the very bottom of the fucking barrel. If you were to compare it to a social hierarchy in a high school, for example, the billionaire is the superintendent of the entire school board. And a President Obama, for example, is like the president of student council. He actually has no power over the school whatsoever. It's completely performative.
Okay, so right there, that's exactly what I believe. That's exactly what I think is happening. The billionaires are the superintendent of the school, and presidents are the, student council. They don't have any fucking real power. It's just them, playing and pretending. So how do we unclusterfuck our way out of a system like that? I just, when people are so apathetic that even when you try to build a movement like the truckers were doing, it got fucking co-opted by a bunch of fucking like here in Los Angeles. Like when I went to the fucking thing, I don't know who fucking set that up. Like, there's so many weird fucking organizations in fucking Los Angeles. And I want to say, it's like the fucking Nick Shirley thing where he's going around and he's like, it's that simple. It's that simple. Like, as soon as you start like asking questions, like it's all a house of cards. Like, you're telling me like any reporter couldn't do the same thing that he's doing, which is like going and fucking asking questions? Exactly. Of course they could. It's like the fucking Epstein thing, like, or I remember there was a video. There was a I don't know if it was Epstein or it was fucking Harvey Weinstein or something, but it was like a journalist, and she was complaining about how she had the story like a year before, it broke, and someone told her to shut up about it. I mean, like, that's what's going on, people. So I don't know. I mean, what do you like? Whoa, if someone can give me an idea of how we're going to unfuck ourselves out of that, and some, like, it has to be some kind of like grassroots analog system where like we're like, because like they're listening to our every fucking word. Like, if we're ever a threat to these people, like my smartwatch, like everything, like they're listening to our every fucking conversation. So it's like we're already living in a prison. We just haven't realized it yet. And so that's what worries me, that like one of these days, we're gonna, they're gonna do another fucking 9/11, and just like they did with the Patriot Act, they're gonna fucking pass another fucking act, and they're gonna take away another batch of fucking rights. And then this time it's gonna be fucking like guns or something that actually, I don't know. To me, in a weird way, like, it is guns that make this country work. I don't know. Am I wrong about that? Like, if there's a government agency like ICE, and like they're out there picking up people off the streets, if we live in a country where the citizens have firearms, then they outnumber and can outnumber a group like that, then of course they're not going to fucking, put their lives on the line for what, a job. As soon as the ICE or the police station or whatever the fucking, like, is surrounded by people, like, they're just going to throw down their fucking guns and say, okay, you win, I go home. Like, I don't know if that would work on a military base or something like that, but I don't know. I just think we're like, it's militia times. It's militia time. We need to,
Every single time you've ever voted, you are really voting for someone that was handpicked for you by a billionaire.
Not me, but my brother, my daughter, my nephews. Who knows, man?
Who doesn't want to run themselves because they are busy ruining the planet. And honestly, being a politician actually has no power over the school whatsoever. It's completely performative. Every single time you've ever voted, you are really voting for someone that was handpicked for you by a
every time you voted, you've been voting for someone that's been handpicked for you. Spoonies, this is why I believe, like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm starting to believe that there really is a plan, that God really does have a plan for us. And we're all a part of God's plan. Even you, Spoonies, even you, Mossad. You are all part of God. We are all part of the plan. And it's so funny how, like, in a way, like, I'm so lucky that but see, like, even dual citizenship is something that can be taken away, right? So if I were you, I would start marrying people who were born in other countries, and making sure that our country honors their dual citizenship passport shit, and get your kids fucking passports. And just in case one of these motherfucking days we're out, we're out. Because who fucking knows, man? Who fucking knows? And so, I don't know. Robbie will be okay. Robbie is loved by God.
billionaire who doesn't want to run themselves because they are busy ruining the planet. And honestly, being a politician is seen, as I said, in these social circles, at these dinner parties, as a very lowly job. So in summary, every single person who has made it to the level of a vice president or a president is nothing but a billionaire's bitch. So then this brings us to the fundamentals needed to understand the story of Charlie and Erica Kirk. So in 2018, a former pageant queen, Miss Arizona, Miss Erica Franzfey, stumbled into the brand new Turning Point USA office in Phoenix, Arizona. While she was there, she very quickly bumped into Charlie Kirk, who then flew her to New York City for her job interview.
Why am I going to get deported? I'm not scared that I'm going to get deported. I'm scared that my kid is going to get drafted, or my brother is going to get drafted, or my nephews are going to get drafted in some fucking war for Israel. And I mean, like, you idiots sitting around, in your chat rooms, like laughing at each other, calling each other names. I mean, like, you're just, I don't know, it just seems stupid. I mean, like, there could be, we could be doing something. We could at least be fucking trying, right? I mean, yeah, unsolicited pics. and then like when a girl sends you unsolicited pics, and then you don't and you don't respond, or they love that. They love that. Women love rejection, and women handle rejection so well. Exactly. Me neither. I couldn't imagine either. I couldn't imagine.
At a burger joint, a restaurant called Bill's Burgers, at which point during the job interview, Charlie Kirk said, "Forget the interview, forget the job. I actually think I'm going to date you because that's super professional." But
exactly. And then listen to this part. I wonder if this part is true. Like, he sounds like a scumbag there. And that's why I kind of believe this story right here. Because I don't know. That is a kind of like a machista move.
Who then flew her to New York City for her job interview at a burger joint, a restaurant called Bill's Burgers. At which point during the job interview, Charlie Kirk said, "Forget the interview, forget the job. I actually think I'm going to date you because that's super professional." But that's what happened.
No, but if someone were to ask me, like, what a certain someone, thought about, a certain somebody, I might be tempted to spill the beans. But yeah, Robbie's not a mal amigo, I'm not a mal amigo like some people are. I know how to keep my mouth shut.
Erica completely jumped at the chance to date Charlie because he was already anointed by the billionaire class that funded and controlled Turning Point USA as the person that was going to be the next president of the United States. This was not something that was a secret. This was not something that was implicit. This was something that was explicit in several conversations. Everybody knew that Charlie Kirk one day would run to be president, and it was a running comment, a running joke that Erica Kirk would one day be the first lady. This was her life goal, and this was the plan, and the only reason.
So in their circles, he's saying that in their circles, it's a joke. It was a joke. Like, oh yeah, this bitch is such a fucking pick me. She's such a fucking, brown nosing, sniffer, ass sniffer, whatever you want to fucking call it. That fucking she's gonna suck, whoever's cock she's got to be the fucking first lady. And it's just like a joke, like, okay, fine, let her have it. If she wants to, if she wants to blow us all, right? I mean, what do we care? He's on the same level as Joe Rogan. What do you have against Joe Rogan, man? Like, can you name a fucking manly man on the fucking left? Telly, stop being a bitch, huh? Like, like just stop. Like stop pretending that like, oh, like we gotta, women are some fucking, thing that need to be on a fucking pedestal. Like, no. Grow a pair. Huh? Marry that woman already. Fucking put a ring on her. Jesus.
In 2021, she married Charlie Kirk. She did not marry Charlie. She married the trajectory of the presidency and proximity to power, which is what she always wanted. Erica Kirk was never a stay-at-home wife. She was the operator. She hosted the donor dinners. She schmoozed the billionaires. She sealed the checks, and she ran all of the events. This is documented. Charlie was nothing but the face. He was the schmuck, the puppet that went to university to embarrass college kids, to then clip them on social media and raise money for his political campaign disguised as a charity. That's all it ever was. And Erica was the one that upkept and fostered the relationships with the billionaire class.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt that what he's
remember Dinesh, that Dr. Dinesh D'Souza. No, was it Dinesh D'Souza? No. Sanjay Gupta, remember? And then Joe Rogan, put him on the spot and said, what the fuck? They were telling people that ivermectin was horse dewormer, and fucking that fucking moron just sat there like a bitch and said, yeah, they shouldn't have done that. And then like he went on fucking, and then afterwards when he went back on CNN and he, everybody like, ganged up on him for like not fucking pushing back harder and shit. Like he tried to backpedal and fucking, and where is he now? See, that's the thing. Like you can go on TV and say all kinds of stupid shit, as long as you say the right fucking stupid shit, like they'll fucking keep paying you. They'll keep putting you on TV. But as long as you get fucking, as long as you let the little, the truth slip out like that guy, then really? Huh. I didn't know that. Well, I don't necessarily, think that makes him a bad person, but I mean, maybe you're right. I don't know. I just think that like all the leftists, they don't have any arguments anymore, Telly. And so like what real leftists or like what are they even fighting for at this point? Like, so that's why none of them take all the manly, because they can't justify their fucking trans bullshit, man. Like the trans shit, the immigration, hypocrisy, like all that shit, dude. Like if you really care about immigrants, then you wouldn't want fucking illegal immigrants stealing immigrants' jobs. Like it's just such fucking bullshit. Like go down to fucking LA and fucking talk to one fucking immigrant here who's on board with fucking illegal immigration. Like no. Why? Because they know that if they fucking had to wait their fucking turn, that like they could do it too. I liked our time together when you would watch Dr. Cornell West. Yeah. Well, you see, look how that turned out. Like he's another Andrew Yang who, like, when the time came, like he folded. Like they all say, like they all say, oh, we're gonna run and we're gonna like expose and we're gonna name names, but then in the end, like they don't, like when it becomes about their self-interest, then they're never gonna, put their ass on the line. So we need to create something different. Like it needs to be a system where, like, in a way, it'll happen. It'll happen. Like it's only a matter of time. Like it's only a matter of time. When people, when the trucks stop flowing, that's when shit will hit the fan. Yeah.
saying there is true, that TPUSA was a political organization disguised as a nonprofit charity organization. They were not. They were 100%. In fact, they were talking about it being more powerful, or it being the new RNC, that it is more powerful than the RNC. TPUSA now controlled everybody under 30 years old, and conservative wise, and their voting habits. And so he's right about that. It was never a real nonprofit. It was there. Everybody was making lots of money off of TPUSA, getting lots of money from billionaire donors, Jewish Zionist donors, and Christian Zionist donors. And so he's right about that. It was never. It was a political organization disguised as a nonprofit. Okay, here we go.
For them was very simple. Do what you're told, ride the youth wave to the White House, and then become president and first lady of the United States. But things didn't go quite according to plan.
Like, in a way, like, I just, I don't know. I mean, okay, let's say that you were, okay. I just asked myself, like, what kind of a person would you have to be a politician, to be a successful politician, to be like a Norma Torres or an Adam Padilla or an Adam Schiff or whatever, right? Like, you have to be like the most like you have to be the most hypocritical person, the most, but then at the same time, you know, like, come off genuine, and that just it just reeks of like Gavin Newsom, you know. Like, I don't understand how people like can like Gavin Newsom, but I mean, like, some people love Gavin Newsom, and like, it's just like you could spend all day explaining to him why he's a scumbag, but like, some people, they just like him. And so it's like a charisma thing. It's like a, and so let's say that you are one of these people. You are one of these charismatic, you know, people. You're willing to you know, fucking throw your morals out the door and fucking, you know, play by the same rules as any, you know, dirty rules or whatever, right? What would be the goal? You would be fighting an ocean. You would be fighting, you're like, you know, fighting the waves. It's like what Coral was trying to say when, you know, like so I don't know. You know, like, it's like at every system, our at every level, our system is corrupt, and it's just like, do you really want to be a corrupt person? Do you really want to be like these people? Do you really want to, like, stick your neck out for who? Like, who are you sticking your neck out for? I don't know. Like, I don't know. Gavin Newsom is gonna lose. I mean, I'm just saying, like, can you believe, Telly, that there are some people that they just love him? Like, he can do no wrong. You know, like, anything, you know, like, he could, you know, shit, and people would like scoop it up. What we need is some kind of no man movement. That's what we need. We need a new no man movement. No man. Hold on. Hold on. The National Organization of Men Against Amazonian Masterhood. We need a new no man movement. Huh? No man. You know? All this feminine bullshit, like, out the door. All you OnlyFans hoes, you know, checks cut off. All you welfare hoes, checks cut off. You know, all you EBT hoes, checks cut off. You know, now you only get EBT or whatever when you're married or something, and you fucking obey your husband, and you're not hoeing around, something like that. Yeah. Wait. So let me finish this. Hold on.
Because somewhere along the line, Charlie Kirk grew the tiniest little piece of a spine. So in 2024, Charlie began defecting on some issues that were very important to the billionaires that owned him, specifically issues regarding foreign policy. The donors began to panic that their puppet was defecting on the only issue that actually matters to them. So they attempted to appeal to him through the only lever of control they had left, which was his wife.
So let me just very quickly let you know that TPUSA was started by a guy who recruited Charlie Kirk. That guy is a Zionist. He works for Zionists. The whole TPUSA organization was funded, founded, and started by Zionists for Zionism. So when Charlie Kirk started to turn against Zionism, you can imagine the freak out they were having, because the whole point of this was to further the Zionist cause. That was the whole point of this. And so when he started to turn against the people.
What are you talking about? Oh, you know you love me, Spoonies. You know you love me. No, but you know what else I was gonna say? I was gonna say something else about women. Fuck, what was I gonna say? Fuck. What was I gonna say about women? Oh, the double standard, you know, like just the double standard in women's, you know, like if I were Lolo, like imagine if I was a 60-year-old man, you know, who sat around and fucking, you know, wore a dinosaur costume or whatever, and then, like, you know, when someone pushed back on my, you know, thing the slightest, you know, I called them names or whatever, you know, like, but because she's a woman, you know, it's okay. But if it were a man, you know, oh, that guy's a fucking loser, you know, like, oh, that guy, you know, he lives in an apartment on the west side, what a fucking loser. All right, fine.
Who've been funding him all this time and making him a star all this time, they're not going to have that. So when he started to wake up.
Am I right though? Am I right or no?
Watch what magnesium does to your bowels.
If Lola was a man, you guys would be ripping her to shreds, dude. You're sitting around. But because she's a woman, you know, like, and we live in this fucking, you know, like, safe space for women now, you know? First of all, Spoonies, Robbie's up to like 30 burpees, all right? I'm fucking ripped. Robbie's got one fucking ab. It's like a one belly gut ab. I right? All right, exactly. You know I'm fucking right. Exactly, all right? But no, because she's a woman, you know, like, oh, it's cool, you know, like, oh, she's so cute, you know, like.
To wipe more than 4 times after you poop, here's why.
She did not marry Charlie.
Oh, fuck.
Support. And so as soon as that happened, they offed him. And making him a star all this time. Well, let me just very quickly let you know that TPUSA was started by a guy who recruited Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, the thing is that like I started doing them, like sets of 5, so that way it's like easy. So it takes me like an hour. It takes me an hour to do 30 burpees, okay? But I take like 5-minute breaks, okay? So leave me alone. I'm working on it.
That guy is a Zionist. He works for Zionists. The whole TPUSA organization was funded, founded, and started by Zionists for Zionism. So when Charlie Kirk started to turn against Zionism, you can imagine the freak out they were having, because the whole point of this was to further the Zionist cause. That was the whole point of this. And so when he started to turn against the people who've been funding him all this time and making him a star all this time, they're not going to have that. So when he started to wake up, I think what happened was he woke up to that, like, oh my God, this whole thing is being run for Zionism, which I can no longer support. And so as soon as that happened, they offed him. And it wasn't, what's that?
The best part is coming. Where he's
okay, which it wasn't a bullet, by the way, that killed him.
Yeah, no shit.
It wasn't a bullet, but here we go.
Erica.
Yeah. So are we all in agreement though that Charlie Kirk was murdered because he turned on Israel? I mean, he turned on Zionism. I mean, can we at least all agree on that? Like, if we're on the left or we're on the right, can we agree on that? That the people who likely funded him are the very people that probably, the closest to him. I mean, he's beating me? Brett is not beating me. He's taking all the W's? What are you talking about? I haven't seen Brett stream. I saw Brett streaming that he had a girlfriend, like I want to say a couple months ago, but I mean, how long is that going to last? Really? No. I don't know. What happened to Mrs. Frosty? Remember the tale of Mrs. Frosty? Whatever happened to Mrs. Frosty? She finally, she finally learned what shame is. She finally learned what shame is. Oh man. Hey, we told her. Did we not fucking tell her? We fucking told her. All right, so don't come crying to me. All right, we fucking told you.
Then began pestering Charlie every single night, which put immense strain on their marriage. Support the war, do what you're told, you're ruining everything that we built together. And it actually got to the point where this is documented that a priest had to be called to pray over their collapsing marriage, which I believe detonated the night of September 9th, the night before Charlie was murdered. Erica herself admitted on national television that at 2:30 in the morning, she urged Charlie to sleep alone in their daughter's room so he could rest better before Utah. In the morning, Charlie grabbed his ring and his necklace from the bathroom and left for this huge, very important event without saying goodbye.
Okay, wait a second. You're telling me that within what? How long? Within not even a year, she's engaged to another YouTuber? Oh my God. Somebody, intervention. Where the fuck? Does this girl not have any friends or family? Like, Jesus Christ. Somebody intervention this bitch. Come on. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ already. I thought she had kids. I mean, like, just shame them even more, like double down on the shame. I'm happy for Brett, even though he's not as entertaining anymore. What are you happy about Brett? That he got a girlfriend? Is he still with the girl? I give it 6 months, and I give this a year tops. A year, 6 months, and then Telly. I don't know, man. How long you been with that girl? Oh, 7-year itch, huh? 7-year itch. Oh. Yeah.
To his wife. It's been reported that shortly before his assassination, he messaged one of his friends saying, "It feels like it's over." A lot of people interpreted this as him talking about his life, but I think it's very obvious he was talking about his marriage. I think the night of September 9th, there was a fight, and Charlie and Erica decided that they would be getting a divorce. Now, I believe the only explanation that makes any sense is around the same time of Charlie messaging his friends that it's over in reference to his marriage. Erica also messaged the donors saying it's over, not only in reference to her marriage to Charlie, but in reference to all hope being lost that he would ever come back to their side politically, because he literally texted other people that he would be leaving the Israel cause. Now, from the donor's perspective, the looming divorce between Charlie and Erica not only could represent the end of Turning Point USA from an optics perspective, would be absolutely catastrophic, but also represents the fact that the very last string on their puppet, which was Erica, is gone. So they had no choice but to do what the mob does when you don't listen to them after you take their money.
Oh, Telly. When you're a grown-up, Telly, there are certain tax bennies, okay? You need the tax bennies. You don't, it's not about oh. Also, it's like a thing where you're like, okay, like this is my woman's, like I'm going to declare this to the world and God, It's about the ritual. It's about, but no, you see, because white people have no culture. You see, what's wrong with you?
Which is to get rid of you. And we all know what happened next. Conveniently, a 22-year-old from 142 yards away with the best shot in the entire world got rid of Charlie just in time to save Turning Point USA and anoint the new CEO, which is, of course, Erica Kirk. Just in time, right before Charlie was able to announce the divorce or the fact that he was leaving the cause. Nobody in the history of political assassinations has ever acted as bizarre as Erica Kirk. And I think that thing we're all registering as inauthenticity is actually guilt. Not only did
Oh my God, hold on.
Starts a flame burning in my heart, tearing all the more. No matter how I try, my love I cannot hide.
We have matching t-shirts. See?
Waiting for you.
Say hi.
Okay. 2 years. 2 years. You see what a nice guy I am? Come on. You see? Come on. 2 years, okay? Come on. Tops. All right, Telly. I'm gonna tell you one thing, all right, Telly? What's gonna happen? All right. What's gonna happen when some better looking, richer, bigger dick, telescope comes along, huh? Well, what's gonna happen then, Telly? Huh? What's gonna happen then, Telly? I don't know. Anybody who would be with Brett has serious fucking, serious, deep, serious. deep, serious problems. Telly. Women are evil, man. Women are evil. Watch. One day you're gonna be like everyone else. Nobody else cared enough to tell me the truth, except Robbie. Robbie was the only one looking out for you, Sally. I'm looking out for you, man. But no. Everybody has to learn everything the hard way. She meets a buff Telly who does taxidermy even better than you, huh? Or whatever, huh? I'm telling you, Telly.
Did Erica Kirk immediately accept the lone gunman narrative that doesn't make any sense for a multitude of reasons? She actually scolded the public for demanding answers and for being skeptical. The only reason she's not demanding answers is because she knows exactly who did it and why. Within 72 hours of the assassination, the domain Vance Kirk 2028 was purchased. Erica immediately sprints to take the throne of her dead husband by becoming CEO of Turning Point USA and publicly forgives the shooter on camera before we can even actually establish if he really was the killer or if he acted alone. Bullshit, and if you believe that, you are a fucking idiot. And just this week, the Orange Puppet appointed her to sit on the exact same seat on the US Air Force Academy Board that Charlie once had, advising on foreign policy, the very foreign policy that created the emotional turbulence in her marriage with Charlie, leading to a divorce, and also the same foreign policy that ultimately got him killed. 2028 is already written. You can expect to see her name on the VP shortlist. There is a reason they are marketing her as the widow that overcame tragedy, and Erica is finally getting what she married.
All right. You're not listening. You don't want to hear. You don't want to hear. But okay. I'm just saying, you better be banging her out at least twice a week. Respectfully. Hold on. Like there's no funnier, better looking cook out there. Like there's just not. Like no. Telly's so confident. Oh, yeah, exactly. Women are evil. Have you learned nothing? Have you fucking learned nothing, Telly? Women are evil. All right, hold on. What is this? What is this? Looking at? Am I looking at a back, at a female's back, or a male? No, this is a female, right? You're not doing it right, Telly. Oh. Booney. What if, okay, hear me out now. What if they did let a shit ton of fucking Muslims into Japan? I mean, look at what happened to Canada. Oh, Spoonies. Oh. Yeah. Oh, spoonies. Anyways, all right, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Stay out of trouble unless she's cute. Be productive. Behave. Life is short. Make it a great day. Women are evil, with a few exceptions. You don't have to go home, but you can stay here and all that jazz. So, like I said, I'll probably be at the hotel this weekend. We'll see if I remember to stream. I don't know. I mean, I might. I don't know. I might quit after this week. We'll see. It's more of a favor to Bob. So, but all right, people. Later.